Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and this is not a good day for Bison Workshop. Uh, I don't know how many people have been following this, but Bison Workshop has been in an uncertain situation for quite some time now, and the more I build Bison Workshop, the further behind I get, it seems like. And I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can describe it. 2 years ago, well, almost 2 years ago, I was living in North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and things was pretty gloomy there for me. I had nobody, and well, I mean, I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was so depressed that I just couldn't deal with it no more, and I decided that it was time for us to separate. Well, at that very moment, I knew, and this is why it took me so long to separate myself from her, is because I knew that I was at the age where I would not be needed or wanted by any woman again. I felt like I was pretty damn lucky to have found her, and it just happened to turn out to be a bad situation for both of us. So a couple years later, after we split up, I had an opportunity to come back home, where I was kidnapped from when I was a child. And I've always held in my heart this place as a place I want to be. So I spent all my life trying to make a way for me to get here, and then finally the opportunity came up where, and I know it's a shitty opportunity to come here, but my uncle had died, and I had just finally had enough of not being able to afford to go see my family when I needed to or wanted to, you know, even if it was just for a hug, you know. And so I decided to move here. Thank God for my YouTube subscribers who helped me out in that move financially. Well, if it hadn't been for that, I don't know where I'd be right now, because I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I was suicidal at one time, and so I moved here and found a place, and I wasn't there a year, and I had to move because of the mold growing on the walls. They were dragging their feet to get gas in the house so I could heat the house, and it was starting to get cold. So, you know, I ended up having to move. Well, I made a deal with the guy that I rent off of now that I would pay $300 a month for 1 year, and then after a year it would go up $100, which would be $400. And it's always been that. Well, all of a sudden today he calls me and tells me he knows of a place for me to rent for $500 a month, rent to own. And I said, what, are you trying to get rid of me already? I thought he was just joking. He said, no, I'm just worried about you being able to pay the rent when it goes up. And I said, it's only $100 more. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can handle that. Oh no, it's going up $700. When I spoke to them about the rent, they said that they used to get $700 a month rent for this place. I said, well, you know I can't afford that much. And we had an agreement that it would go up to $400. Well, when the last people who lived here paid rent, they paid $700 a month. But the landlord paid the electric and the landlord paid the gas. So the only thing that the tenant had to pay was $700, period. They didn't have an electric bill, they didn't have a gas bill. And believe me, both of them are extremely costly, especially the gas. I'm still struggling right now to get the tank full before winter. I don't see that happening now. So I've went and put $500 worth of gas in that, and now I've got to move in 2 months because I have no place to go, and I can't afford to pay $700 a month rent. The most that I can possibly fathom paying would be $400, and that's max. So now my rent, and I was at that very moment, my life became worthless. Literally became worthless. I started running through my mind that I have no options, I have nobody. I asked my aunt to take me to the hospital when I had my heart attack, and you know what she told me? Drive yourself. And proceeded to give me directions to the hospital. That's what kind of family I have. I don't have nobody. So forgive me guys for doing this, but I feel like I need to express this to everybody on my channel so that they know what's going on and why I'm slowing down on my videos. I've got a lot going on right now, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not having a good time in life. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I have no place to go. I've got a machine shop that is, it took everything that me and my buddy had in us just to get me moved. We can't do that again. There's no way I can do that again. I'm dealing with a slipped disc right now for the last 2 days trying to hobble around the house. I can't move no more. I'm done. I have no more options. So this is pretty much a notification that Bison Workshop is probably on its way out the door, because if I lose my home and I have no place to go, that means I'm going to have to call an auctioneer to come in and auctioneer all my stuff off. Everything. Grab my bags, get in my truck, and wherever the road takes me, that's where it's going to have to take me. That means that I'm going to have to lose my Bison Air Rifles and Parts.com. That means I'm going to have to lose that income. That means that I'm going to have to lose the internet, because you can't have internet in your truck. So I may have to live in my truck. I don't know. It sure sounds gloomy to me, but at this very moment, I don't see any other options. So I may be on the streets come 2 months. I got 2 months to figure out how I'm going to do this. And if I can even find anybody to help me. I have nobody. Literally nobody but Dale. And he's 60-some years old, and he can't do that. I'm not going to ask him to do that. That's not fair to abuse my friendship with him like that. You know, he does a lot for me. And, I mean, it's a give or take relationship, but you know, it's not fair to ask him to move me. You can only ask but so much out of a friend. Then I had another friend tell me that they wouldn't help me if my life depended on it. That ain't a friend. And that person knows who he is. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm a little upset with that still yet, that was said, and that's why I backed off from that friendship, because I believe that if a man is not willing to help you move and he calls himself a friend, then he wasn't a friend to begin with. He's just somebody that just wants the opportunity to call somebody a friend, but then they don't really want to work for your friendship. Well, I'm sorry. If I have to work for a friendship, then they should too. But anyway, I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 months. Right now, I'm dealing with a bunch of chest pains from being in the hospital, and I really didn't need this on top of that. if I make it through this, it's going to be a miracle. So, guys, just hang in there and hope for the best for Bison Workshop. And I'm about ready to start balling, so let me get off of here before that happens. Don't forget to have your truck coffee today, guys, and you guys have a good one. Later.